your boy Rico, Jamal. We got Ty back with us, and of course we got our homeboy CJ, the OG, Double
Yo.
G. Let me stop. But we're back, man. We appreciate all the support we've been getting for Swordsman Draft, the greatest Swordsman's Draft, right? We had that last episode. Now tonight, we gonna put them in the fight, man.
Let's
so
go.
first, we gonna let Ty give off the first round of 16 battles. We gonna let Ty let us know who is in that list.
Okay, so we got a lot going on. Starting off, I'm gonna name the person who has the character and then the character they're doing. So I got Jamal with Yami versus CJ with Sesshomaru. Then you got me with Oden versus Rico with Guts. Then you got Ty with Yamamoto. Then CJ with just Kenpachi. Then Rico with Kenshin. Jamal with Afro Samurai. Yeah.
Let's go.
CJ with Akame versus
Easy
Rico
win.
with Mikasa. Jamal with Asta
Wash.
versus me with Boji. Rico with Ichigo
Win.
versus Jamal with Kirito. Then Rico and Zoro versus Ty and Atomic Samurai. Ty and Saber versus
Heated.
CJ and Bradley. And then lastly, Jamal
Wash.
and Urza versus CJ and Killer B.
Wash.
Yep.
Strong opinions, man. Strong opinions going around.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot
Okay,
of
so Rico,
washing
you want to
going
go
around,
over
bro.
the ground rules again for everybody who forgot?
Yes. So we're gonna do some stripping of the powers. You know what I'm saying? For one instinct, I got Ichigo, so I can't allow him to use Bunkai. You know what I'm saying? We can't allow Zoro to use what's it called?
Hockey.
Hockey.
This is all sword skill. This is
This is
pre-time
all
skip Zora
sword
at this
skills.
point.
You know?
Crazy.
No, just stop it. We can't allow some of these characters to use their powers. We just want to see how they are with their just swordship. You know what I'm saying? Of course, their speed and their natural strength, their superhuman strength is they're able to use that with their sword, because we have to at least let them have some type of power.
Of course.
But that's about it, man. Let's get into the first round. So the first round is Yami versus who is it? Sesshomaru?
Yep.
Sesshomaru.
Shampoo?
What you got,
Hey,
guys?
don't do my dog like that. Don't do my dog like that.
So we got the
So we got the Black Blades and
Blades
Urza. Y'all
versus-
remember that name?
the Black Blades and Urza versus
The casting couch.
the
We got
shovels.
the casting couch over there versus the shovels.
All right.
Hey,
so,
listen. Don't be sleep on the Black Blades, all right?
You forgot Urza.
Since
I don't want to be sleeping near any
and
Black
Urza.
Blades.
Man, yo, Urza do her whole thing.
all
That being
right,
said,
so
for this first
I
round,
am
Rico and me are going to be
let
the judges.
CJ. Yeah. So I'm going to let CJ go ahead and present his.
Jamal gotta go first. His name come first.
What you mean I gotta go? What the hell?
Your name
How we
come
doing
first.
this?
It says Jamal versus CJ. Why is CJ going first? That makes sense.
All right, we could flip a coin. Heads or tails.
Flip a coin. All right, we got a coin.
Who got a coin?
Hold on. The internet has a coin.
The internet has a coin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, you about to go on? Gotcha.
Yeah, man. All right. Let's see. So what y'all got? Heads or tails?
Let's go with tails.
All right. Tail. Oh wait. It's flipping. Tails.
All right, Jamal, you go first. That's on you.
It's on me.
Present your case.
Present my case. All right.
So we will try to not have biasy with this. We will just allow them to present the case. Whichever case sounds good.
Because a lot of Yami lovers out there.
So let's go.
So okay, now when we present the case, there's a time limit. I forgot to discuss this. There's gonna be a time limit or no time limit.
You wanna do a time?
Just
I can
present
keep
what you
track.
got, man. Present what you
Present
got
what I
first.
got. Hey, listen. This is all I got to say. All right, because your biggest thing, you're gonna sit there and say, "Yo, listen, Yami is human." Blah 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 blah. Listen, at the same time, Yami out here fighting demons on a daily basis. All right, devils,
I don't
whatever
know
you
about
want to.
daily basis, but okay.
Yo, listen. All right, on a daily basis. And top of that, I don't want to hear that because Sesshomaru is also he lost to a half brother that's half human, cut that whole arm off or one of his legs off. That nigga, when he turned to a full dog, that nigga missing a whole damn leg. Like he's a 3-legged dog when this nigga transformed in the first place. So all I'm saying at the end of the day, you take that out of the way with one arm. Sesshomaru, Yami got that. Yami got that.
All right.
Yami got that.
Is that your argument?
That's the argument to start off with because I don't know what you're coming with. I don't want to throw out everything.
I feel you. I feel you. So my rival here came with some good points. Yes, the half breed did cut off Sesshomaru's arm, but last time I checked, his arm's back. But that's neither here nor there. Um, and that's all his physicality. That's not even magic. So we take away magic. So we take magic away from Yami. So we got a regular guy with a sword. All right, let's do this. So first of all, Lord Sesshomaru is significantly faster than Yami. Significantly. Just all speed. That's all his speed. No enhancements, no nothing. Yes, he's a demon, but you should know not to come for the demon gang. You feel me? It's over with. You don't got no argument to go against my dog's speed. The man's like hypersonic speed, bro. He out blitzes not Ichigo,
Inuyasha.
what's his name? Inuyasha. He
No,
outblitzes Inuyasha on the regular. And there's feats saying that he is the fastest in his verse. No one is literally in Inuyasha outblitz Lord Sesshomaru. Even the big bad, because Lord Sesshomaru is not even the big bad in his verse. Even the big bad got blitzed by him.
okay, but my thing is though you're talking about speed. You're saying how speed is faster. I have to disagree with you because due to the fact that we seen how fast Yami is, especially going up with them three devils with Dante. When Dante was at 60%, he was
Mhm.
still able to outmaneuver him. That's all speed. That's not his power. He's not using his magic to do that. That's all
Yeah,
him.
yeah, but I understand. But
So therefore, you can't. So you're saying speed, even though he's the fastest in his verse. I don't care. Yami is strong,
well,
and also
how fast is
Yami
Dante? Let's break it down.
as fast as.
Let's break it
Well, I
down.
don't know how fast Dante was. I don't know how fast Dante was at that particular time of moment. I'm not aware of that. But it's like I'm just saying, based on the case that you want to bring up, it's like hey, nah, I'm pretty sure he still can keep up with your demon ass. That's all I'm just saying. Like
Well, see,
whatever you want to use. Like then on top of that, if we want to talk about strength, keep in mind strength. You got this. You want to use the speed, but I have speed and strength, and also I'm the strongest person in my verse. The strongest. That has been confirmed. That has been everything.
physically strongest. You're stronger than Asta.
Yes,
Yami's younger than
physically
Asta.
stronger. Yes, he is physically stronger than
All right,
Yami.
let me see some
Asta
let me see
second.
some upper limits of your strength. Let me see some feats.
What do you mean?
What has he done with his physical strength?
What his physical strength?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bruh. His physical strength. Now that you got me there. That's a good question on the
Well,
physical
you said
strength.
he was
Because
physically the strongest, so you should have some cases of like he lift up a mountain, he lift up a
I can sit there
car.
and say this. I can sit there and say this. He's the only person that I know who can scratch Asta's skull. He even admitted with one hand.
He's
So they
the
never
only
been.
person who can what?
I think I think crush Asta's skull or something like that with one hand, and he admitted that he can do that with no problem. But my thing is, we never seen
Okay,
Yami actually
okay,
use his strength
that's pretty
to
nice.
actually do something.
All
The
right,
finishing
so
blow always been with his sword. So I
yeah,
can't.
I feel you on that. But okay, so we're gonna use that to try to determine strength because that actually takes a lot to crush a human skull. A human skull is probably the hardest bone on the human body, and I know. Well, it might be the femur. I don't know. It's either the femur or the skull. And I know for a fact it takes like a good amount of pressure to even crush a human skull.
And
Someone
he
find
has
out
to
how
be.
much
And he
pressure
has.
it takes to crush a human skull.
But one thing I said to say, and the reason strength he has to be stronger than Asta because due to the fact
Mm-hmm.
that they already said Asta can do a single 1,000 push up, one handed in a single handstand, one arm
Mm-hmm.
every day, and someone who do that every day you already know they strong. But that
Yeah,
person,
yeah.
Yami's still stronger than him.
Yeah, okay, that's okay, okay. But Lord Sesshomaru destroys mountains with his fists.
Nah, bro, that's got to be some part of his powers, though, bro. Like, what do you
That's
mean? Like,
physicality. That's physicality. He's just a demon. He's literally a demon. That he was born a demon, and he just got his demon strength. That's not a power. He's built like that. That's like saying a tiger being stronger than human is a power. No, he's just born like
see,
that.
I don't know, bro, because you got to keep in mind when Yami was fighting Vito, or his name is Vito Vato. I can't remember his name in the beginning.
So I think his name is Vito.
Vito. That man, he was
That
able to
lion
destroy.
guy.
Yeah, he was able to push. I mean, like destroy mountains with his fist and do all this ground with his fist. But even then, they still said that Yami was stronger than him. So that's what I'm saying. Like what you bringing up, I hear you what you're saying. But even then, it still says that he's stronger than that. And you're gonna
But
tell me Vito is just not a demon, as much of a demon than compared to Lord Sesshomaru?
Vito wasn't a demon. I believe
I'm
he
just,
was
I'm
like
just
a
saying,
Superman.
like the
Lord
oral stuff that he
Sesshomaru.
was doing
Look,
is
all right,
not, is no difference.
all
There's
right,
no
so
difference.
all
They
right,
both
but
got fur.
listen. They do both got for. But all right, Lord Sesshomaru. First of all, one arm. Lord Sesshomaru is physically equal to Inuyasha. Very much.
But Inuyasha was not even that strong.
Inuyasha was pretty strong.
Man,
Inuyasha
you
was
take
pretty
that.
strong.
Man, you take his father's sword away. That
But
nigga
that was
trash,
one arm. You know
bro.
that Lord
The
Sesshomaru
whole
went through a
tells
lot
us
of.
had to sit down. What he do? He sit down.
Yes,
That
because
nigga ain't
that
strong,
was
bro.
magically endowed. He was magically endowed to sit down. But you have to remember, Lord Sesshomaru, right, went through majority of the series, the original series, with one arm, and then when he got his arm back, he was back at full strength. Full strength, Lord Sesshomaru is nothing to play with. Nothing to play with. So if you really want to, if you really take into account just the physicality, I'm gonna have to give myself the advantage. But let's get the sword work. Who got the better sword work?
Nah, man. Yo, Yami got that because you don't really see Sesshomaru using a sword like that in the first place.
I'll give you that.
Where
I'll give you that.
where you
I'll
got
give you that.
Yami, you got Yami using his sword on a daily
I'll give you that.
basis. On a daily basis, bro. This nigga using that every day, different. Yo, in the middle of a battle, that nigga be like, I'm gonna surpass my limit. Let me learn something new. Come on, Lord Sesshomaru ain't doing that. That
Lord
nigga ain't doing
Sesshomaru,
that.
Lord Sesshomaru was the only demon not looking for the crystal shards because he thought that every demon that was looking for the crystal shards to become more powerful was weak in themselves. He was like, I would just increase my own power by getting stronger myself. So you can't sit there and knock my boy for that. Come on, that's some good ideology to have, especially when everybody, I'm talking everybody, was looking for them shards. If you remember the show, bro, everybody was looking for the. Even Yashi was looking for the shards.
Even honest, was looking for the shard, yeah, to get stronger too,
Everybody
100%.
was looking for the shards. You feel me? And then you got my boy Sesshomaru just like, if you need shards, bro, you that's like taking steroids. You low key bitch. You feel me? So it
I
really,
don't know.
all right, and I'll give you that because, like I said, when I was going through the feast with Lord Sesshomaru, I did find out that a lot of his swords used magic, and he used magics through the swords. So it's like he never really used just the swords by himself because if he came to an enemy where he could just destroy with just a regular sword, he would just rather use his fist or his claws to be exact because he didn't really use his fist, he used his claws. But we're not even talking about claws because we're talking about a swordsman fight. So it's not an all right fight. So I'll give you the advantage with sword technique. I'll give you that. But the physicality, I'm not gonna give you. You heavily
Nah,
disadvantaged, bro.
nah,
You heavily
nah,
disadvantaged, bro. What
nah,
y'all think? What y'all
nah,
think? Ty, Rico,
Okay.
he heavily disadvantaged or not?
nah.
I don't know. He's kind of shut down all your points so far, CJ. Like I feel
What
like
point?
everything you
Yeah,
said, he's
and
had a good rebuttal for.
Like, okay, so in what regard? Because once
So
I
again,
feel like
I
when
I feel
what
like Yami
what
has
you're
not
making.
shown any speed feats that comes anywhere near
But yo,
supersonic
there
speed.
is speed feet though, because due to the fact that keep in mind,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we're gonna talk about speed feet. When he was trapped up and locked up in when they were fighting Vito and he needed to get out. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
he was all the ways away where they was just watching them. He cut
Right.
through the dimension, then went over there on time just to end it. Like you got to keep in
Yeah,
mind,
but
he
that was
got speed.
magic. He cut through the dimension with his magic
No,
and then
after he,
got
but
over
okay,
there.
but then he got over. Remember, they was still on the other side. They wasn't even
Yeah,
in the
but
same.
I'm talking about someone who literally moves faster than sound.
I don't know. I disagree. I don't think that nigga moving faster than sound. Lord Sesshomaru was not moving faster than sound.
Well,
I
it's in
disagree.
like I said, he blitzes. Let me tell you, he blitzes people on the regular. When in anime, when you're blitzing someone, it's meaning you're moving so fast that they lose track of and lose sight of you, and you just show up behind them. So
Okay,
if
but
you
then you can say the same thing for Yami then, because as Yami was finding Dante, what did they say? Even the members saying that they moving so fast that we can hardly even see them.
yeah, but there's a difference between hardly seeing and then not seeing.
Bro, come on,
no, but you got to remember
bro,
that's the same thing. That's the
bro.
same thing I would
Nah,
say. Because, like, can you
I
imagine how
don't know,
fast
man.
someone would
Lord
have to be
Sesshomaru's
going to where you're
physicality.
standing there and you can't figure out where they are?
Yeah, but then you
Yes,
still know bro. Look, Lord Sesshomaru literally blitzed the strongest character in the show, which was the big bad. What was his name? Narot. What was his name? Started with an N. Um, what was his name?
bro. Here's another thing that I'm gonna get you on though too.
All right,
That
let me
about
hear.
this though. Well, here's another thing. Remember Julius, right? Julius controlled time. You see how fast he moving. And what's the
Right.
nigga that was other part of William? I think his name was Partray, whatever his thing like that. He fought against William, and look how fast he was moving. And Yami was still keeping up with that nigga when they were fighting inside the
That's
cave.
true. That's
So
true.
it's like,
That's
what
actually
you
a
talking
really good
about
point.
speed? What you
Wait,
talking about
what guy
speed,
in the
bro?
cave? I don't know what guy in the cave you're talking about.
The light magic
Okay,
user.
so the light magic user, Partray, when he was part of William Body of the
Mm-hmm.
Golden Dawn.
All
Remember
right,
him, right?
all right,
Remember he fought Julius too,
all
and
right.
he beat Julius. But before he fought Julius, he did fight Yami in the cave, and Yami was still keeping up with this nigga. Like still, and on top of that,
But he
and
lost
training
that
Yasta,
fight.
and no, time out,
He
and he
lost
was
that
teaching
fight.
Yasta. No, even he didn't lost that fight. I think Partray like went crazy or something like that, and they came and they vanished. He wasn't losing. He was still keeping, and he was teaching Yasta how to read Kai at the same time. So it's like speed. What you talking about? Speed is just like nah, bro, like
Bro,
nah.
Lord
You can miss me
Sesshomaru
with
is
that.
definitely faster than Yami. He's definitely
Nah.
stronger than Yami.
But even if he's faster, that doesn't mean Yami cannot keep up with him and still give him that work.
All
That's
right,
what
but
I'm
then
telling you.
if he's faster, you have to give him an advantage. You're faster, but then he's also stronger. Yami is not stronger
Yes.
than Lord Sesshomaru.
Well, listen. I can't tell you. I can't fight about the strength. I'm not gonna argue about the strength. What I'm just saying, yo, hey, don't
Here's what I'm
sleep
gonna
on
say.
him on the strength. That's all I'm saying.
Here's what I'm gonna say. To kind of put the speed thing away. So Yami can counter attack or react to speed because the light guy was throwing, like light blasts at him, which is at the speed of light, basically. But it doesn't
We
mean
all know
Yami
that
is as
it was
fast.
not the speed of light. Because if that's the case, then the mirror guy can move at the speed of light too, because he was reflecting it.
No. He can't. No, he's reflecting, but doesn't
But
mean they were reflecting
he had
it.
to put the
But
mirror
I'm not
in
saying he
front of
could.
the light, though. You
Yeah,
understand what I'm
yeah.
saying?
But yeah, but listen, I'm telling you, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying he can react to the speed. Like you're attacking him with all your speed. Yami can react to it because he could feel, like he can sense when someone's going to attack him. So I believe because he was able to fight that light guy who had
he can sense when people attack him using what?
using
An
anything,
ability.
bro.
Using an ability, technically.
Technically,
Not
he
Uh,
using
uses the Kai.
ability. I'm not using ability. I'm just talking
So-
But
about
I feel
pure.
that
What here's
that's more of his
So, here-
personality, though.
here's
His
how I would put it.
personality,
Here's
that
how I
is-
would put it. Like, I would say that Yami is capable of reacting to anime light speed. That's how I'm gonna put it. And Sesshomaru is capable of moving
Yeah.
at anime light speed. So I don't think it necessarily gives either of them an advantage. I'll say they're pretty even on that front.
Exactly. That's you hit on the head, Ty. That's basically what I was trying to say.
Okay. But now we gotta
Okay.
get into durability.
Okay, what you got?
oh nigga Yami nigga. What you mean? So Shomaru when he got his arm cut off, that nigga went ghost. You didn't even
You
see
mean
that
you
nigga.
mean when he got? First of all, he was not Ghost. He was very much still in the story.
Well, he was still in the story, but I'm saying
Second
like
of all, his
he,
arm healed itself, so he has a healing factor on top of that.
I don't know. Like durability might be tough though. I'll be
Then
because he's full, he's full.
on another status, it was a magic sword
Yeah. So
made
I'm
from
trying.
his dad's too, like his father's. It was a magic sword made from his dad's thing. So it's like one of the strongest swords in the verse, and it had to be his brother the only person who could wield it besides him. He and his brother are the only people who can wield it, and he's the one who cut off his arm. And he really didn't care about the arm like that. He still was boxing Inuyasha with one arm.
That's true. I don't know. Durability might be tough because I think in the case of Yami, it's hard for me to really bring it up because throughout his whole series, the nigga constantly clothed himself with monozone. So it's kind of like, I don't know. That's hard. It's hard to. I don't know what is life without that. Does that make sense?
What is life
That
without
makes
what?
sense.
Like without
So
him using monocloak. Without him using
Monocloak.
that monocloak, it's like I don't know. Like I don't know his
He'll be a
durability.
regular human. That's
well,
what I'm saying.
we'd have to assume that he's normal.
Then I'll then it. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, but then again, it's like okay. So
So he can bleed out. He can get
yeah, but then again, it's like all right. Is Lord Sesshomaru not going to be? I feel like you take his demon because he's born as a demon. There's stuff that's naturally that he automatically have, which is going
yeah,
to be
but
strange.
that's because that's natural though.
Okay, but if that's going to be the case, take time out. Because of that, everybody else is going to be regular as humans that he's going against.
Not necessarily, because technically Kenpachi's well, he can't. He's not going against Kenpachi. Let's see.
No, I'm
Ichigo is a Soul Reaper Quincy human
human.
hybrid
All of it,
follow
yes,
thing. You
yes.
know, King
But we're
Bradley's a
taking it. But
homunculus.
OG's a
we're saying we're
giant.
taking all powers away.
OG's a giant. Like there's certain things, you feel me, that come in
So
like
like the way I see, if it's a
All right,
physical
That's
so
tough.
attribute relating to their strength or speed, I think that's fine. But if it's something that's giving them like an extra
that's fine.
unreasonable buff. Okay, Rico, you saying
unreasonable.
something?
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I personally think Yami's Kai should play a factor into it because it's his natural ability.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
something,
outside.
That's something that he learned. That's not a natural ability.
Yeah, he learned it, but it's not a power. He showed Asa how to learn that. It wasn't a
That's what
power
I'm
he
saying.
gained.
But Asa
Any
don't have
natural
magic.
human
So,
can
but
get
tell
that.
me-
Let me ask you. So is hockey a natural ability, or is that something you learn?
Okay, but here's the thing about hockey. I will sit there and say that's different. There's different variations of hockey.
He got a point. I think armament hockey can be kept, but as far as like
future sight,
hockey,
like future
sight hockey, where you knock people out in your presence and
All right,
stuff like that.
Let me put it like this. Hold on.
No,
Let me
because
break it down
essentially
like this.
Kai, what he's talking about is observation hockey, right?
Ty, let me put this in here. Nin from Hunter x Hunter. I know we getting off topic with this, but Nin
Yeah,
from
go
Hunter
ahead.
x Hunter. Nin is a natural occurring thing. Because remember, when in the beginning, when we first found about a Nin, and Rico can attest to this because that's his favorite anime. When we first learned about Nin, we
Second,
actually find out that most athletes has access to Nin, but just don't know it. So you can't say like Nin is a natural occurring thing that people can unlock without even knowing it, but at the same time, it's something that you can use as magic. Oh, I can use Nin to block stuff. Or I can use Nin to summon magical things to pop up out of nowhere.
Exactly.
I can use Nin to create
Exactly.
fireballs.
It's an
wait.
inverse
Let me
power.
say this though. Hold on. Let me say this. Compared to how certain athletes react to, like a baseball player, they could hit a ball that's going 75 miles per hour.
Right.
That's an ability you have to unlock by training and
Yeah,
having to do
physical
so much
strength,
years. No, that's reaction. That's not
time. That's not
physical.
physical strength.
You're
You talking
reacting.
about reacting to
You're
the
reacting
actual
to
ball?
85 miles.
Yeah, the ball. 'Cause
Yes.
keep in mind, you gotta keep in mind
Not
the ball.
hitting
The
it.
ball, baseball run. No, it goes faster than 75 miles per hour. You're giving it.
Yeah.
It actually goes
I was
anywhere
just using
from
a base.
It actually runs. A baseball actually travels anywhere. When a pitcher throws it, it travels anywhere from 90 to 110 miles per hour.
Okay, understandably, but that's my point.
Yami's Kai, his Kai helping him sense what's around him
I can see
is not an ability that's enhancing his swordsmanship.
it's just something that
it's just his reaction.
he's doing it over and over. It's the same thing
and
with
feeling his
It's
opponent.
the same thing with Asa. That would say I can't really say it's an ability because remember Asa don't have magic, so he can't learn no magic abilities. So for him, Asa to
No,
teach.
but again, the issue that I think is happening here is that you guys are conflating magic with abilities. And ability is anything in any verse that somebody can do that's not in the normal human world, right? Like they can do something that's not real. That's an ability. It's not magic in the verse of Black Clover, but it's still an extra ability that they get by just existing in an anime world.
So Ty, I think I agree with you, but also disagree because hey, let's say I have the ability of flexibility, right? I can be flexible. That's my ability, but Rico don't have that. So now we're gonna take my ability away because I'm flexible. Rico
Well, no,
not.
the difference
We're both humans.
is the exact thing is that you have certain natural attributes, right? So like being like a demon, for example, your skin's a little bit thicker. That's something you get to keep. But if you have like, hey, I can predict what you're about to do, and I can move my body out of the way. Like that's a power that I have in the specific verse where everybody can do that or
Alright, let
train
me
that.
put it like
That's
this.
a power. That's different.
But in the case of Yami, it is like that from because where the country he grew up from, that's something that they do on a daily basis. That's something that was
Very
just
true.
something that was
Very
just
true.
normal to them.
Okay,
But that's the exact point that I'm making.
Look.
Yeah.
All right. I would give Yami the Kai if Ichigo and Kakashi and Yamato can have their spiritual pressure.
What?
Spiritual,
I
That's
think they could.
ridiculous.
That's
spiritual,
something
never been the same.
But
Spiritual pressure?
listen.
Okay, time out. Let me listen to you. Let me listen to it. Go ahead.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Let me make my argument. That's
ahead.
something that they're born with. They're born. Well, not. Well, Ichigo technically was born. Yes, they're born as Shimigami. Shimigami are born with spiritual pressure. Some people have stronger spiritual pressure than others naturally, but that's something they have.
You're right.
That's
You're
something
right.
they're
And
No,
this
that
is
is
the
that
issue,
is
That is
though.
true.
This is the issue. That's a slippery slope because now we're going to slowly start
No, wait.
letting everybody
Ty,
have their
Ty.
little individual powers
No, no,
that
no,
are
no.
natural to what they've learned or are able to use.
Wait,
I'm sorry,
Ty,
because
hold on.
old man Yamato been alive for over 1,000 years. Of course, the new spiritual
Hold-
pressure gonna be up there. Like,
Hold on, Jamal. Hold on.
Let Rico talk.
One
Rico
second.
talk.
1 second. The reason why that should be allowed in is because we're all, as humans, right, born with some type of talent,
that's
and
true.
that what makes it unfair. So, in their world, they're all born with spiritual pressure. It's not a power. Even the weakest human is born with spiritual pressure. Spiritual presence, whatever. It's just, you're naturally just born with more or not. That's what I think it is. It's not like the Bunkai where you're unlocking this other superpower to make you OP.
Okay, so let's rephrase the rules.
But my
So
thing is,
we're
okay,
basically
but
saying,
it's
wait.
hold on.
Let me ask something. Let me ask something real quick.
Go ahead, Ty.
So we're basically saying you can have passive abilities, but not active abilities. Anything that you tap into and are like, hey, I'm going to use this special ability, you can't use. But if it's a passive ability, something you just naturally use in the background, those are okay. That's what I'm asking.
Yes.
No, here's the thing about that though, because
that's the case.
No, because that can be very slippery too.
That
Because
is very slippery slope. Because y'all said I couldn't. Lord Sesshomaru couldn't fly.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think we have to do it in a way. For me, this is what I'm thinking, and let me know what you guys think. Like, I think we have to do it in a way where everybody's human, right? And we're using a spiritual pressure one. I believe it can work, but then you have to cut people out. You can't use old man Yamato because they've been alive for over 100 years
Yes,
old.
but how Bleach works, your
that's-
spiritual pressure doesn't grow unless you train. As you get stronger, your spiritual
Yeah.
pressure
But
gets
he
stronger.
been training. Keep in mind, the regular human, nobody been training for more than, let's say, an average. Average so far, everybody we bring
That's
up. You
my
take out.
point. But this
Yeah.
is the point I'm making.
Time out.
Hold on. Everybody, hold on.
Why are you worried about Yamato? You don't see him.
It don't look. No,
Kakashi
because
sees
we're
him.
trying to get the rules understood. Because now it's like Ty is saying, it's becoming a slippery slope. I use that as an example to show you how it's not fair to use certain natural. Because I personally nerfed Kenpachi when I seen Kenpachi's abilities. I was like, I can't use certain abilities from Kenpachi because he's a shit.
Kampachi strong as fuck, bro. That nigga.
His passive
You
ability.
saw him.
Listen. Let me go on his feet. I'm not going to use his feet in the fight because, like I said, I think it's unfair. One of his passive abilities, they said his spiritual pressure is so strong that it is almost an illusionary effect that if you just being around him feels like you're being stabbed by 1,000 needles. That's unfair. That's unfair for everybody else on the list, especially humans. They can't get near this.
I mean,
Another
I think we
Niggas,
have
you
to make
say
it
what-
even. We have to make it even across the board.
another
we have
ability
to.
that the Shimigami have. Technically, humans can't see them. They're born
That's
like
true.
that. You feel me? So you got to bring it back some. So when it comes to Kai, when it comes
Exactly.
to hockey and all
All
that,
right.
you gotta
This,
let
I
this,
those
don't
go
think we
because
have Kai. I
it's
don't think we
Yeah,
have hockey.
this is what I'll say.
It's a slippery slope because
Yeah.
one, hockey is
This
not.
is what I'll say.
Even though everybody's born with hockey and everybody has the ability to have hockey, hockey isn't something hockey is something you train like an ability that's almost like magic, almost basically.
Yeah.
All right. This is what I'll say. As a judge, none of you both have given me enough detail of what their sword play is like. What I heard from you guys was more of strength and their resistance and their durability.
Actually, they did
What do
mention
they do
that
with that
they gave
sword?
definitively Yami better swordsmanship because Sesshomaru doesn't use swords all that often.
But
That's what I heard.
No,
what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sesshomaru
but that's
uses
it,
swords,
Ty.
but he uses his sword. Don't get me wrong. Sesshomaru is the sword fighter. This is what
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying.
does.
He uses
But
swords,
what
but
is
his
his
swords
sword
are
skills?
magical.
Okay,
He will
what do you mean by
clash with
sword
the sword, but he
skills?
will also have sword magic. He can shoot blast out of his swords. Basically, every sword that he has is magical in some way. They're all legendary swords that shoot magic. Or with this sword, I can
So
I can
in
explode the
this
whole
type of
city. You
battle,
feel me?
with him using his sword, if he can't use the blasters or anything like that, does that make him weaker?
100%.
It makes it more even because now he's more
More
on Yami's
even.
level. Because we give him all the
Nah,
sword
All
blast,
right.
bro. If you give him all the sword blast, we have to give Yami his magic.
yeah, okay. Now, but you
Yeah.
take the sword
You
blast,
feel
but
me?
I
Then we
still
get
think
into
though.
like dimensional cutting because they both cut dimensions. Yami cut. We
Yeah,
seen Yami cut dimensions, and Lord Sesshomaru cut somebody in a different dimension. He
yeah.
didn't just cut through
Okay,
the
So
dimension; he
so the
cut the
way I
person
see it, so
in a different dimension.
we can at least keep
You
the
feel me?
progress going a little bit. My current verdict right now is I think physically speaking, based on what you guys have established, Yami and Sesshomaru are relatively even. Sesshomaru probably got a little bit edge out, but I think the swordsmanship, along with the relatively even physical feats, I think I would give it to Yami. What about you,
But what
Rico?
about the durability? Y'all just disregard the durability
Um,
though.
the
So,
durability does come
yeah,
into
it
play
Because
because
like
does.
the
you
fact that
said,
he has a
Yami has
Like I said,
phase
but
regeneration
shield and
I
factor.
admit it
radiation
though.
armor.
But
I did admit. I say,
hold
go ahead.
on, hold on. The fact that he has a regeneration factor, but Jamal did mention when he got severely injured in one of his battles, he did run away to go generate. Can he regenerate right there on the spot, or does he have to go cope away from
No,
somewhere
he doesn't
for
regenerate right
a
there on
little
the
bit and
spot, and he
grow?
didn't run away after he got injured. After he got injured, he went berserk, and then he turned into his wolf form, which we can't bring into the fight. He didn't run
So
away though.
in that battle, how did
He ended up
retreat?
fighting when he went into his rage mode with the wolf. He ended up fighting
I think he went
Inuyasha
rage.
in the wolf form.
I think he went rage form first. Then Inuyasha cut his arm. Because I think he was in wolf form, if I remember correctly.
Was he in
But I
wolf
could be
form?
wrong.
Well,
I think he was because I think he got angry that he couldn't hold the sword when they first met.
Oh right, because he wasn't
Yeah,
able to. Yeah, because he
yeah,
had
yeah,
it was
yeah.
only for
Then Inuyasha
Inuyasha.
transform it, then cut his arm off. Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
something.
yeah. That's what happened. He got mad because he couldn't wield the sword that he wanted to wield because it was meant for Inuyasha. And only
yeah,
Inuyasha could wield it. Then Inuyasha used the
okay.
sword to cut it off his arm. But it wasn't like he ran away after that.
Yeah,
So
I
So he was
give
still
durability,
fighting.
this
but
is
like I said, I give durability. The reason I would give durability to him because due to the fact that once again, because of Black Clover and their universe, everything is all about monocloak and monozone, so they use that on a daily basis. So that's hard for me to determine. Like, damn, I really don't know durability wise, you know. But we're just talking about strength. It's very evident he's not using his magic for his strength. He's not using magic for his speed, or when he's just fighting with his katana. Besides doing, you know, when he cutting through dimensions, or you try to do a special spell. That's all him, all him.
Right.
um it seems like if Sesshomaru doesn't have magic with his sword, he is not as good as Yami with his sword because Yami always uses his sword. But at the same
Like I said,
time,
that's not necessarily
Sesshomaru
true.
has more durability and
so
he's
my
faster.
question with the durability: Can Sesshomaru still be cut with a sword?
A regular
Yes,
sword? A regular sword? No.
not a
Yeah.
regular sword.
A magical sword? Yes.
Okay, so if
So
he
wait,
can't be
question:
cut
if,
with a regular sword, because Yami's sword doesn't have magics,
Yeah.
and if he can't be cut with a regular
so
sword, then that means Yami loses.
my thing is
Because
that
he
that
has the
kind of
speed,
invalidates the whole
he has the
competition.
durability. It does, because if Yami's just a regular human without his mana and his powers, and all he has is Kai,
Then
and
that go for half of the list.
his
Ronan Kitchen
swordsman.
is out.
Exactly.
Zoro's out.
No, that doesn't mean that because they've cut stronger, tougher materials. You haven't brought what Yami has cut
Without his magic.
with his sword, without his magic.
'Cause
My
let
characters
me
have
put it
cut
like
stuff
this.
without hockey in there.
Let me put it like this.
So I'm gonna
Meliodas
give
cut out-
round
But
one
time
Meli-
out.
to
But
Meli-
time
Sesshomaru.
out. But Lord Sesshomaru's sword is nothing but magic. His sword is strictly magic. So that's what I'm saying. Like you take
His
that
sword
out,
Yeah,
has a
but
sealed form and it has an unsealed form.
but that doesn't change the fact that that is magic. That's what
It
I'm
is
saying.
magic. That's what I'm saying. But if we give him
No,
a regular
if
sword, he still know how to swing a
no,
sword.
okay, but you
So I
put
guess
a regular sword. If you put a regular sword in his hand, he still know how to swing it. But
Yeah,
we're gonna do sword to sword combat.
right.
That doesn't mean that
I gave
the
but
Yami the
Jamal,
question is,
if we're
advantage
doing
can
with this.
sword,
Yami
Okay.
ever
Look,
hurt Sesshomaru?
listen. We're getting to
that's
we're
the. I believe he can because due to the fact that we never seen him hit somebody. I can't definitively sit there and say that. But what I can sit there and say, we have seen Asta, who has slashes, plenty of things, right? Once again, he is not stronger than Yami, so I still believe Yami still can give Sesshomaru or some type of damage, even though I haven't seen it. It can happen. I'm not taking bro, nah.
but he
I think that's
regenerates,
reasonable
fam,
to
and he's
assume.
faster.
He's not that fast, no, bro, no.
What do you mean he's not that
Okay, what I'm saying,
fast?
he's not that fast. He's not to the point that Yami cannot react. That's what I'm saying. Yami not out here gonna get murdered, bro.
listen. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying he's going to completely blitz Yami and pull a Shanks on Kid and just smack the man. All I'm saying is, if it really comes down to, listen, don't laugh. It's not funny.
Yo,
All
Tama,
I'm
you know
saying
what?
to
This is how I'm gonna compare his strength to, okay? Because I feel like y'all
listen,
you
let me
downplaying me.
finish
Go
my
ahead.
thought. Hold on. Let me finish
Go
my
ahead.
thought. All I'm saying is, if it if a because one, like I said, I give Yami the skill with the sword. I definitely give Yami the skill with the sword because Yami, even without his magic, he showed techniques with the sword. Lord Sesshomaru in his anime, he relies heavily on the swords. He knows how to swing a sword, but he relies heavily on the abilities of the sword also. Like he likes to use the magic of all the swords. So I would give Yami the advantage in sword. So if I would put them head to head, in my head, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a pretty even fight. Lord Sesshomaru is slightly faster and slightly stronger because, like you said, you came out with the Yami feats of strength and speed. You got that. I ain't think Yami was that fast. But what it really boils down to me personally is the durability. I feel like Yami could cut Lord Sesshomaru, but not enough to be significantly damaging.
I got something for your durability though. Okay?
Okay.
When y'all want to talk about durability, y'all remember the series, and Ty, you can back me up because you're watching it currently right now. When I guess the elf spirit finally take over Patre and the elves, whatever. At that point, it didn't
Mhm.
take control over Yami. At one point in time, Yami was fighting all the magical knights. I want to say all of them. I think he was fighting Charlotte. He was fighting Jack.
A good
I think
chunk
he
of
was
them,
even
yeah.
at one point in time. Yeah, and also still fighting other elves. So durability and stamina is not a question because that nigga was doing that by himself, solo, by
Understood.
himself. So therefore, it's like durability is there. He can keep up, especially
No, I
imagine, and
never
we all
said I
know.
never said his endurance. There's a difference between
No, I'm talking about no. I'm
durability and
saying
there's a difference between
no. I'm
endurance.
saying I'm by saying both durability and endurance because the fact that to have the durability of you're gonna take hits from other captains that's just as strong or could be close to your level. You
Right.
taking two or three of them at the same time and still protect. That what I'm saying is like, yo, hey, I still like because your only thing is that I feel like you're holding against Yami is due to the fact that hey, we haven't seen him cut anything really strong. I'm like, well, yes, I hear you, but he has the power and everything he has done. Capability that he can cut Lord Sesshomaru up with no problem. Like, I don't think his katana does not have to be cloaked. I think the cloak just add an extra dimension that hey, he can just use. But I still believe he can cut Lord Sesshomaru up. Like, nah, bro. Like everything he do,
Yo, the what we're saying is also the factor of the regeneration, bro. I agree he can cut him, but can he last and keep lasting? What is he gonna do about the regeneration
Regeneration
factor?
takes a
That's
while
what I
though.
want to
no,
know.
I'll
it
give
takes a
him that.
while.
It takes
It's
a
not like
while.
it's not no fucking Demon Slayer where and it just no. It has to grow. Like it has to legit like some Deadpool shit. It has
It
to grow.
it took a while for Lord Sesshomaru to regrow his arm.
That's what I asked. I said, can I asked you earlier, CJ? I said, can he regenerate on the
No,
I said
spot?
no.
and here the best part about it. And here
I
was
said
I
he
what
could
I
have
was
didn't
swear
run
you
interested.
said
away
yes.
though.
Here,
That's what I
here's
said. I
here,
said he didn't regenerate on the spot, but he did not run away.
but here
It took a
also I would
while
sit
for
there
his
and say
arm to
though
come
too.
back.
This go back to going against when he fighting against Dante. They were constantly regenerating, and what he was doing, still slashing that nigga up, still.
But he lost that fight though.
He lost. But the reason he lost that fight at the end. No, they won. Asta
Asta
and
won. but he lost that fight.
All right. Y'all arguments is closed. Ty, tell me what you feeling, bro, because they just gonna keep going at it.
Yeah, they're gonna keep going
Um,
head to head. Gosh, I'm like torn. What are your thoughts, Rico? Let me let you go first, and I'll bounce off of you.
I was mainly going with Sesshomaru because of the regeneration, but if he takes a while to regenerate, like they said, Yami's sword skills could probably get him. And let's say Yami cut off two of his arms, and now he's defenseless to use anything.
Now y'all bugging. I don't think his sword skills that. Nah, cause now y'all bugging. Cause it's like like y'all flip flopping. I gave him the advantage in swordsmanship, but I never said like Sesshomaru does not know how to use a sword. Like
The way y'all made it seems like he don't got no magic added to
he
it.
has
He don't know how to use it.
off both his arms.
No.
Like what?
All right.
Yeah, Rico, you
So
took
the
it.
way I
Let me
see
and
it,
Ty discuss
You
this.
took it too far.
I'm leaning. I'm leaning towards
Let me
Yami
and Ty
too.
discuss this.
And I'll be honest, I got no bias for either character. I don't really care for either character, but I'm leaning towards Yami primarily because I don't see a significant difference in the other areas enough to justify the gap in the sword skill, which is apparent. Because if
You don't
Sesshomaru
see a
primarily
difference in
uses no, wait.
Hold on, CJ.
Go
Let him
ahead.
finish,
I'm saying
man.
if Sesshomaru, he has the durability, he has the generally the speed and strength. But Yami, like with his, I think it's reasonable to assume that if, like Asta, seeing his feats, Yami has similar or higher feats based on his strength, that he would be able to injure and hurt Sesshomaru, and I think his skill edges him out. Because Yami's whole thing is just being able to improvise on the spot to take down threats that seemingly would be more than he could handle. And he does that consistently. And if he's not
We also
super
forgot-
far behind in terms of strength and speed, I don't see him losing.
But we also forgot to put in, like how you just said, intelligence and technique. Well, technique is different. Like intelligence and tactitional, where I don't know.
True, but also if we
not the
keep
problem.
going, it's going to be just this fight for the entire podcast.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
but,
bro.
So y'all going with Yami?
Round one.
I still feel
round
like
was a
Yami
tough
got
battle.
it.
Yeah, I think I'm going with
y'all vote. Y'all got to vote.
I am at a split. I'm not gonna lie, CJ. I am at a split. I'm down the middle at a split.
I'm going to go with Yami.
but
I'm going to go with Yami.
My whole thing was relying on that. Yeah, my whole thing was relying on that regeneration, and if he can't regenerate that fast and his speed, that's what I was relying on him beating Yami. But Yami got the better swords play, and this is a swordsman's battle.
Let's go.
We gonna have to go with Yami.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'll give you that.
Let's go.
All right.
All right.
Next
all right.
round. Ty versus Rico. Oden versus Guts. Ty, you are first.
Ooh, I'm excited.
All right.
Go ahead.
Okay. So now, when we start talking about Oden, we got to start talking about, first of all, his stature. Man is 7 feet tall. He's a giant. And he's got
Did
those
not know
two massive katanas.
Yeah, you forgot. One Piece people are tall as hell. Besides Luffy, everybody besides Luffy in game, everybody else is tall as hell.
Oh, dang. I did not know that.
So yeah, this man is huge and he's jacked. So
Oden's a monster.
I just want to point that out first, because if you look over at our buddy Guts' height, he's sitting at a nice
6'8".
6'8", like
He's
6.5 feet. So I got a half
2
foot
inches.
over on Guts. Because normally that's Guts'
So 2
thing, is that
inches.
he's bigger than that. That's not 2 inches, man.
Not true. That's not his thing.
No, I'm saying normally Guts' thing is being this big, imposing figure on the battlefield, right? He just comes around wiping out the armies with his massive sword or what have you. But we've seen plenty of times Guts get overwhelmed by bigger, stronger enemies, and he needs his friends to come in with some magic or to come help him out, or the berserker armor, in order to overcome those threats. Because at the end of the day, he's a normal person. Oden now, we see Oden go in and he takes down consistently these massive threats or these really powerful people. Now, mind you, he does have hockey. Of course, obviously that's a factor I got to take into account. But with the mountain god, man jumped up in the sky, cut that thing clean in half, size of a mountain. We see him take hits from Roger, full hockey, no armament to defend himself, blasted to the other side of an island. Man gets back up and starts running back towards Roger as if nothing happened, coughing up a little bit of blood. So I got the durability,
Ty,
I got the strength, I got
Ty,
the speed.
can you repeat?
Ty, you
One
was
more time?
breaking up a little
Ty,
bit.
can you repeat
Oh, sorry, my bad.
the part one more time because you were breaking up?
So I'm saying that Oden
So go
got
back to the
hit by
durability.
one of Roger's. Oh, the durability? Yeah, I'm saying Oden got hit by one of Roger's strongest
Yeah.
attacks, got sent flying to the other side of an island, got back up, ran back towards Roger, ready for round 2. I'm coughing up just a little bit of blood. So I think Oden, he has the strength, he has the durability, he has the stature to overcome Guts in this fight.
I like that. Spoiler alert, that's the
Okay.
same attack that my dog Kid got dealt with.
All right. So, to get into this battle, I'm gonna start off with Guts' sword is called a Dragon Slayer, which is known to who kind of ended Oden, which was a dragon.
I'm dead.
And
I'm dead.
as well.
Man's reaching for the symbolism.
So that's that.
Dead.
That's one. Guts. So you mentioned the big thing that he cut. Guts fights apostles. They're around the same size as that, and he cuts through them easily. When he got the Dragon Slayer, he fought 2 years straight in a row, and the Eclipse fighting nothing but those big ass apes that Oden easily cut. So he's done that.
Shit.
And Guts has cutting through something called Conundrum, which is the world's third strongest stone, basically, which is stronger than Kaido. Just to let you know that.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
I'm not. Are we talking about their skin? I'm talking about skin, like the toughness
How
of
you
his
know that's
skin,
stronger
like
than
cutting through.
Kaido's
How do you know?
Kaido's skin is dragon skin. What makes his skin tougher is because he applies haki to it. So if you
But
take out the
No,
haki,
no. That's just his
Kaido's
natural
skin was
base durability.
almost- That's his natural base.
Yeah.
Remember when the ninja girl threw a kunai at this man's eye and it bounced off?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but he's always emitting haki off of him.
I don't think that's
No, man.
That's correct.
I don't think that's it.
No, bro. I don't think that's it.
I don't think that's correct.
What?
No.
Yeah, that is.
No,
Okay,
Kaido's
whatever.
just-
That's headcanon. That's headcanon right there.
Durable.
No, I'm hold on. I'm talking about the skin of toughness, not him being durable.
No, I understand.
I'm just
the
talking
skin of
about-
bro, she threw a kunai at his eye. It bounced off. We did not see no hockey of the eye. It literally went ping. That bitch said ping.
That's
off
what I'm
his eye.
saying.
We ain't see the hockey because Oda didn't want to put
What
that
you
out.
mean?
That
No.
was-
But that's
no.
that's why
What you
Luffy
talking about?
was able to detect. I'm just saying.
It was the
that's not
ninja
what
lady
we
in
see.
Wano, remember? She was trying to stop him from getting Momo. She was like, she threw 3 kunais. 2 of them hit his chest and bounced off, and then one
Okay.
bounced off his eye.
Okay.
That boy said, ping.
Okay. As far as swords battle, Guts has been fighting since he was 6. He's always fought with a sword bigger than him, and he was raised by his dad, which was the worst person that could raise him. That man was just a bandit and threw him into battle. He's been in 1,000 countless battles more than what we saw Oden has been in. So that's one. I don't think you got durability or endurance because, like I said, this man literally, after his arm got cut, he was running for a whole day.
I don't know about
After
But
his
what
arm
was he
got
running
cut.
from, though? What was he
That's
running
literally
from,
the
though?
Where
manga.
he running from? Yeah.
I don't know.
He's running from the plebs because he's fighting.
Well,
all the
his
time.
emotions, of course, because
That too. You don't got the emotional
He's running from
stability
what?
that Oden has.
Rico, you also forget now.
you can't say that because let me
For
tell you,
3 days straight, just like Roger.
Yeah.
That's true.
So,
Gus fought for 3 years straight. So what is what?
It
what is
wasn't
he saying?
straight. It wasn't
You're talking about a
straight.
man-
He slept. And
3
he woke
years,
Up.
bro.
Bro, that's pretty.
What do you mean by
Yeah,
straight?
but he's constantly
Define
getting up
straight.
and fighting.
That's
Even-
actually pretty.
even-
That's actually pretty.
Even if Ty, even if he was sleeping, this man's constantly. As soon as he gets up, it's on
Bro,
go
that-
mode.
but-
Like you imagine you wake up before you can even get your breakfast. It's
but
on go.
I think
You're
that's
fighting.
the same thing with, but that's the same thing with the pirate life though too. It's kind of go mode. They just a little bit more chalant with it. That's all it is. They just a little bit different.
Yeah, but Jamal.
No, if you
No,
taking
Jamal.
it,
He's
if you
in.
taking it a number wise, even Roger them slept when they. Because remember, I'm talking about the time when Roger fought Whitebeard and the crews fought each other. Oden was
Mhm.
in that.
Mhm.
That fight lasted 3 days. They did sleep.
Yeah.
But if you
Mhm.
take Guts, who also slept, and he fought for 2 years or 3 years, that's a lot, bro.
But what I'm saying is okay. I don't know if it was every day or every night, right? That he was fighting, right? What I'm saying is this: I'm not trying. His argument, what he's saying, is a great argument, but I'm saying it could be the same thing for Oden because hey, as a pirate life, you're on the sea. Not every day you're fighting, but you don't know what's gonna come up on you. You don't know what's popping up on you. You don't know
That's
the Marines
true.
coming. You don't
That's
know
true.
is there gonna be another pirate coming. So that's what I'm saying. So what you're saying, I hear what you're saying about Gus, but you cannot diminish also Oden in that same. He just was just different,
I'm
but it just
not.
comes
I'm
off
not.
like it is.
I'm
Like,
not.
But
well, I got that over Oden. I'm like, no, because Oden kind of went.
First of all, sir, I'm not going against you. I'm going against Ty.
understand.
So get off. You're a judge.
fighting
So
for
shut
you.
up. This is not
I'm
against
just
you.
saying, you just
I'm coming. This is my debate, my
Let
guy.
him finish.
I'm just
I'm
sitting
not
here.
bouncing around like you. I'm
Let him-
coming.
I'm just sitting here quiet, letting
Anyway,
him argue
Ty, let
on
me
my
say
behalf.
this to Jamal's.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm saying to Jamal's point, right? Him fighting 2 years straight in the eclipse is as if like when Luffy was in Impel Down, he was constantly getting to fights with Marines. Oden, keep in mind, he was on his island. Not until he left his island, and that's when he started getting to day-to-day fights and have to worry about stuff like that.
Not true. Not
So,
true, because he would constantly
didn't have
wander
to
the
worry about
wilderness,
that.
get jumped by
Not true.
bandits, beat them.
the nigga had to fight a giant ass bear at the age of 4 or something like that. What you talking about? Like, what you mean,
He did kill a bear at 4 years old.
We're comparing bears to apostles.
nigga?
Okay, but no,
We're
because the
comparing
issue is
bears
you
to
make it
apostles.
sound, you make it sound like Guts is fighting apostles every
demons.
day.
You out here 4 years old fighting bears? Let me know. Where were you 4 years old fighting a fucking bear? Let me know, please. I want to
Bro.
know. Let me know, Rico. So you talking about like that shit is easy, bro?
No one's saying
But
it's
you-
easy,
look
but
what
we're
you
talking about a
saying,
man. You're
though.
talking about a man that. Bro, you're talking about a man that fought an apostle versus a man that fought a bear.
No, but the issue
You
I
talking
have,
about a
the issue I
baby
have
that
is
fought a
we've
bear.
seen.
You see?
No,
You see
wait,
a man fought an
I got
apostle.
this, I
Gus
got
been
this.
fighting since he was 6.
That wasn't a bear. That was a bull.
Boy,
No, when he
yeah.
was 4 years old,
Yeah.
Oden killed a bear. When he was the adult and you saw him save
Oh,
Kinemon,
yeah.
he killed the boar. Two different things. But my issue is
Okay.
Guts. We've seen Guts multiple times. Come off fresh. His friends heal him. Whatever. He gets into like this big war, right? He's fighting a ton of people. Nosferatu Zod comes. Somebody else shows up, right? And they beat the brakes off of Guts, and they need magic in order to help him out, or for him to survive, or he needs the berserker armor to keep going because he's just exhausted from just a little bit of a fight that he's been in. We've seen that from Guts before, all throughout his series. Because the whole point of the story in Guts is him learning to rely on others. That's the whole point of Berserk. And by the very notion of him needing to rely on others, it's implicit that he's not strong enough to do it by himself.
That's not true. Because he went on a killing spree in Eclipse after the whole band disarmed. Because he was after Griffin so bad. He wanted to kill all the spirits.
But again,
he
who
went on a
was he
killing spree
killing?
for 2 years, Ty.
Who was he killing?
2
No, he was
years.
killing fodder.
He was killing apostles and spirits.
Nah, he was killing fodder,
bro,
man.
He was killing apostles and spirits. He was not killing fodder. No. Stop that.
I mean, if
That's
you want
him.
to start putting fodder in this, we gotta also take into account that Oden really don't got no W's under his belt either.
He don't.
Dang.
He really don't.
That's tough.
True,
yeah,
but he's
yeah,
got-
that's true.
No. Because he's got he's got relative W's,
waiting.
man.
He don't
Because-
got no W.
Not individualistically, but like you. So you're telling
And
me you're telling me Oden? You don't think Oden wouldn't be able to wipe everybody on Sabaody, like when they first pulled up? Just because we don't see it happen in the series
that's
doesn't
fodder,
mean
though.
that he shouldn't have respect on his name.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he doesn't have respect on his name, but I'm saying you can't downplay the you brought up the fodder feat, so I'm like, to him that's fodder. Everybody else on Odie is fodder to Odin, just like how everybody else on Odie is fodder to Rayleigh.
That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say to continue my arguments. Just like Oden, the fact we're not putting this in the hockey because this sword requires high immense hockey to use. Guts sword requires an amount of strength and durability and a great swordsman to wield his sword because his sword literally was created to destroy dragons. Like that's what the forger made the sword for. It sat in his lab for the longest because regular people with regular strength could not pick up that sword.
But we already know the characters in the One
attacks,
Piece verse are way stronger.
His attacks.
We know physically.
His attacks
or go ahead.
with the sword. We're talking about sword. His attack with the sword is a force of like 100 tons when he attacks you with that sword. Fam.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is,
So
100 tons?
Odin easily, Odin easily has the strength. Odin.
Yeah.
Is that an actual
I don't know.
number?
I ain't gotta fact check that.
No,
No, that's an actual number. That's an actual number. That
I got to fact.
no, we can
check
fact check it. We can fact check it. And I was and I would send you the where I found this material.
Cite your sources.
I'm about to go look it up right now.
Also found in the opponent that he fought when I brought up the conundrum. His skin right was equal to 80 ton to 300 kilotons, fam, and he sliced them with his sword. So that's what I'm saying. I don't believe Oden is taking those slices.
Yeah, but
He's
my thing is,
and Guts
you gotta factor everything.
Also has a high resistance to fire. We've seen him fought while being in fire multiple times, bro. And then the good thing about his swords is compared to Oden, his sword is like 62 centimeters or whatever, something like that, and he can use that sword for offense and defense.
Yeah.
So even when Oden attacks him, he can use his sword as a shield for defense as well.
I would
too.
say the biggest thing though with Guts though, he don't got no speed.
Exactly.
Yes, he do. He's under super.
No.
He's right under subsonic speed. It's proven. He's under subsonic speed, 150 miles in battle. He moves 150 miles in battle, fam. I will send you the link of where I found this info. Don't rely just on the wiki.
I'm not just only looking at wiki though. I'm looking at other stuff too. He's not that fast. Even though it says
let me throw some things out there.
And I see.
Let me rebuttal.
Subsonic speed. I didn't say super. I said subsonic speed.
Let me roll. Sorry, it kicked me from the recording for a second there. But my rebuttal is,
go ahead.
With Oden, like you using Guts have the benefit of him being followed through the entire series. So you get to just pull straight from his feats. With Oden now, what we have to do in order to gauge his strength is scale him off of the people that we know he's comparable to. So we know he's comparable to Whitebeard, Oden, Rayleigh. Those are characters that we know that he's comparable to. And furthermore, we know that would also extend to Shanks, right?
Well, no. He's not in their tier.
No, I'm not saying I'm not saying he's in their tier. I'm saying he's comparable.
He's not on Whitebeard's tier.
He's comparable because they said it more than once. He wasn't Whitebeard's son. He was his brother. He's right there. He was stated to be he's the strongest of all of the Whitebeard's crew, other than Whitebeard himself. Now, when he joined Roger's crew, he was right up there with Rayleigh. So my thing is, we can draw on their feats. We can draw on those feats in order to support.
Ty, you're breaking up.
Ty, slow down. Slow down.
Slow down. You're breaking up, bro.
My bad. 1 second. Let me hear this out. See the connection.
He hype.
I gotta defend my boy, man. I gotta defend him.
You have to cut this out.
Yeah,
All right, but I'm saying, are you on Wi-Fi? Because we can barely even hear what you're saying. It's like you're cutting out so much. I can't even hear the argument.
I just my dog hype. My dog hype. He gonna defend Oden, and I like this. I love this energy.
I don't know what's going on with this app today. It's clicking.
Yeah, it's definitely acting weird, but it's straight though.
This acting is funny.
But I think what I was saying though, Rico, is like what he was. What's
now he here? He kicked me out of the thing.
Yeah, I seen him twice in here.
See, I'm telling you, he's acting weird today.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
Okay, my bad.
Talk slower. Stop going so fast.
All I'm saying is that the feats that Oden has, since we don't have them, we can use the other characters we know he's comparable to scale him, to help scale him. And so what I'm saying is the strength feats that we see from Roger, from Rayleigh, from Shanks, way more than anything Guts can show. Speed feats, way more than anything Guts can show. Sword, like every factor of skill is going to be way stronger in the One Piece verse than the Berserk verse, because that's just how it is.
Well,
no, I don't agree.
When he said
all the way,
I'm waiting for the fact check on that. I need the fact check.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
You're not giving me. You're not giving me any measurements, Ty.
Perspective.
You're not giving me any measurement. You're saying speed, but you're not saying how fast.
So when I say
Oden is, you can't just say speed.
I mean, he ran from one side of the island to the other in like less than.
We see him running, running through the forest.
We're a couple of minutes.
Crazy fast.
I need the time.
We've seen him like move so fast, he like essentially teleports in the animation. We see him jump like over like hundreds of feet into the air. there are like certain aspects of feet. It just dwarfs anything that Berserk has ever shown.
He got points on that.
Yeah,
Though.
I give
He
him
got
that.
points
That's
on
some
that.
point. That's some.
He got points on that. But that's he got points on that. I don't know. I'll have to.
No. He's not getting. First of all, I don't think he's getting him in endurance at all. He's not getting him in endurance because Guts has an unbreakable will. He will keep fighting.
You cannot.
Like I said,
You can't.
the man wanted
This
to
man
kill
was
these
dragged by a
people.
boat for shit for days. What do you mean endurance? Oden got it. I'm tired of you dissing Oden like this, bro.
That is true. That is true.
Guts definitely got pushed off a high ass cliff
But
compared to where Kaido fell off of
this
and
man was standing
survived.
in lava, holding up his whole entire crew, bro. Yo, stop. Yo,
Guts has been on fire before too.
That nigga's in
Literally
So what are you
boiled
saying?
alive.
He's in fucking lava, bro.
It was water, actually.
He's
It
not
wasn't
in lava.
It was
He's in a
water.
boiled water. He's not in lava, nigga. He's in boiled water. Shut the fuck up.
What
He's
you
taking a hot
mean?
bath. This nigga's in a sauna. He's in a sauna. My nigga's in actual fire.
That boy said he was just in a bath, bro. It was just the water was a little
He
hot.
died in a hot bath, fam.
I mean, he died.
I'm looking at it. I'm not seeing anything that says that Guts can swing with 100 tons of force. I don't see that anywhere.
I was
See
seeing
that?
where I got my source.
That's shady,
What
man.
the
That's
heck?
shady. Shady stuff.
No, we gotta make it
Because
big
it's
answer now,
where I got
bro.
my source. That's not shady. Where I got my source is a whole video on Gus's strength. So you want me to send you a whole video to watch?
I'm dead. We gotta make.
We're gonna watch a whole video on air. No,
We gotta make that decision now.
Yeah, what the hell?
Are you ready to make it?
Yo, honestly, I was, honestly, I was on Guts' side, and I'm like, you know what, I'm on Rico's side. But after you just kept just trying Oden, bro, you just dogging.
But now you're going.
Okay, so question.
I'm dogging him
Understand
to
the
the
debate,
base, bro.
What is
Now you're
Guts'
going
real
off of.
strength? No, the specific feat.
Peak human condition. He got
No,
super
what's
strength.
the feet? Like,
He's-
what's the strongest thing you see him
Strongest thing he can do.
What is the strongest thing he can
do?
do?
What's like
The nigga
how
could-
earlier you said he cut through someone's skin that took 100 and something pounds of pressure.
He cut to conundrum. He cut through conundrum. He cut through steel easily. He cut
All right,
through
so
an
he cut through a
apostle.
rock.
He
Okay, Tadro did that. Come on, man, you gotta give me something better than that.
The man cut through an apostle, which is compared to what Oden cut through.
What is it, apostle?
They're
Demons, right?
I'm gonna show you right now. Yeah, they're big ass demons, which is bigger than the boar that Odin cut, fam.
Okay,
Because
okay.
some of those
Like, give
some
me
of those
an
demons
example.
punch
Like, name
with
which apostle?
a force of 0.4 ton, fam. Like
Where are
like
you
they're
getting these numbers
force.
from?
They're
Hey,
force.
that's what I'm trying to understand.
Time out. Hey, I just want to confirm something real quick. Right? When Oden joined the ship, was that diamond
Jozu?
nigga still on the ship at that time?
I don't know.
Jozu, yes.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm not wrong. Yeah, if he was on the ship, and at that time moment, wasn't
That's
Oden
true.
the strongest person on the ship after Whitebeard? Okay,
Yes.
so I just want to make sure to point that out.
But you have to wait. We're forgetting that's Odin has to contribute a lot of that strength to hockey. We have to take that.
I
Hockey
think
from
so
him.
because like my
So
thing
without
is
that
the
hockey, if he
hockey.
cut through Zoro,
Wait,
okay.
wait.
Because
Because like my major thing is
I don't know.
without
Maybe not
hockey,
Josie,
you
maybe
think
not
he's
Josie.
cutting.
I mean, let me
cutting
take that
through
back. But what I'm saying is, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, 'cause I was about to.
The reason I said that, the reason I said that and say that because I'm only bringing that up because we do remember what's it called, Zoro cutting through steel, and he's not using no hockey or anything.
well, the implication,
Okay,
the
we've
implication
seen
was that
Zoro
Zoro
cut
was
through
using
steel.
hockey.
So
I'll follow that one.
So therefore, so now we can agree that Oden probably was stronger than at that time that when Zoro was fighting number two, or was he number two? Number one.
Number one.
We can probably
You gonna stop playing with my boy?
So we probably
one.
can agree on that. So therefore, we can sit there and say what Rico's bringing up, that what he's cutting. Like, yeah, but I'm pretty confident Oden probably can cut something just as strong or something similar that's in his universe that what Rico's bringing up that what Gus did. That's what I'm like.
That's true.
I don't know. That's kind of tough.
Okay, he got points on that. He got points on that. All right, so if we break this down to sword skill.
Oh. Oden has a superior
Guts
sword
got that,
skill,
Who you
bro.
man.
giving the
He's been fine
advantage
for
to sword
years,
skill, Jamal?
years over Oden.
Oh.
Hold on. We
No, he
talking.
Wait, we
doesn't.
didn't get to
All right.
defend that yet.
He does not have
So
superior
we the judges
sword
now.
skills.
No,
Hey, right now, hey,
because
yo,
Oh,
yo,
you
my
didn't
thing,
get to
Yeah,
the
we didn't
sword
even get to
skill
the
yet?
swords.
because
Bro,
you gotta
y'all was
remember
talking
too,
about
like Guts,
swinging the big
he has a
sword. You was like,
sword,
bro,
sure, but what he has is a giant metal club that he uses and swings around. It has nothing to do with sword skill. It is. They literally call it that
No,
more
it's
than
not a
once in the
giant metal
series.
club. Yes, it does have to do with sword skills because he has to cut. No, he has to cut through
He
things with that
does
sword.
half
He
the
doesn't
time.
just use it like a hammer, fam.
that is true. He did.
And that sword can be used on offense and defense at the same time.
Even with no, I'm gonna have to defend him on that one. You have to defend him with that one because a sword that big to find the sword alignment
No,
would
the
be pretty
heavier it
hard.
is,
And the
the
fact
easier it
that
would
he
be to
does find
afford
the
to
sword
align
alignment
itself.
9 times out of 10. No, that's for an overhead strike. But most of the time, Guts uses a sideways strike. That's not going to
True.
align itself sideways. Sideways is not going to align itself. Overhead strike, yes, I got
No,
you on
that
that. And
Yeah.
even that, no, that actually doesn't. That's not necessarily true because long swords, yes, because katanas are better at sword alignment than long swords because katanas are made with the curve one, and that all the weight is
mhm.
toward the front, so that it flips itself. It kind of aligns itself. Long swords are evenly made on both sides because they're two-sided blades. So it's like it can flip either or. So necessarily a overhead strike with a long sword or a great sword in that regard
No,
necessarily
not
wouldn't
necessarily, because
mean
it's more. The more important
automatic sword
aspect would
alignment
be the
because it could
taper
go
when it comes to a
sideways
sword
just
this
fine.
big, and how sharp the edge of the taper is in comparison to the thickness of the blade. The sharpness of the blade is severe in terms of the thickness of the blade when it comes to Guts because of how huge it is. So it would automatically align itself. It
Yeah, I
would
understand that, but that
because
doesn't mean
the
no, it does not.
aerodynamics
It's
of
not
it
mean
would
an automatic
force it to,
alignment.
because that's the
It
only
does
way
not.
that you can move something that heavy that quickly is if it takes the path of least resistance.
Yes, but if you look at this, like you said, if you look at the sword itself, it's not more like a sword. It's more like a club because it is very much shorter side to side than it is long. So if you take it aerodynamics, it's not going to. It's that really is going to do very little for sword alignment, bro. You really got to look at it like, bro. It's basically
No,
it
but that's the
almost
point
looks
I'm
like a
making. If you
metal
drop a
pole with
metal
just
pole with
sharp
sharp
edges on the
edges on the
side.
side, that sharp edge is going to hit the
So
ground first, not the flat part.
not necessarily because it's
No,
so
but
insignificant that you no, bro. It's
it's not insignificant
insignificant that it's
because of the
not going to
size.
show it
On
either
a
or.
smaller, reasonable sword,
The
yes, I would agree with you. But because of how huge it is, the force required to move it would have to rely on the path of least resistance, which would help with the edge of alignment. That's the point that I'm making.
I see what you're trying to say. Yes, it would help with the edge alignment, but if the sword was wider, the sword isn't wide. I personally feel like the sword isn't wide enough because it really does look very much circular, almost or
Yeah,
hexagonal,
hexagonal.
or what's the six-sided one? Yes, hexagonal
Hmm.
in design. So I can't definitively say that it would
Hmm.
affect the sword so much because the sword's heavy. First of all, you pick that sword up and once you start bringing it down,
All right.
wherever it's coming
But
down, for you
anyways,
to
what's your
align it, it's
judgment
gonna
on
be hard.
Oden versus Mr. One Arm?
Nah,
That's all we need is one arm. I mean, Shanks is the strongest pirate in One Piece, and he got one arm. So, hey, we're right there with Shanks. I don't know what you're
no, he
saying.
still might be second to Mihawk. Mihawk is the greatest swordsman of all time. I don't know, man.
We'll see about that.
I don't know, man. Rayleigh's still alive. I don't know, man.
nah, Rayleigh
Rayleigh
admit,
said he
yo,
couldn't
he couldn't
even
even
beat
beat
Blackbeard,
Blackbeard, so
so
he even
stop.
admit.
And
Hey,
Blackbeard said
first of all,
himself he's not ready to fight Shanks yet.
first of all, you're not about to just sit here and be
He's
like he
not.
can't even
He's
beat
really
Blackbeard
not. But
like
that's a
Blackbeard
debate for
is
another day.
Stop it.
Oh,
But anyways, I definitely feel like Guts has the upper hand here. Fam.
Okay, now we got to talk
He
about Odin's sword skill. Odin's sword skill, he has
Hmm.
very normal katanas, which doesn't really make sense. Now that I
The
think
size
about it,
doesn't
that's a
make sense,
plot
yeah,
hole.
because
Wow, One Piece actually has a
Oden's
plot hole.
huge, Zoro's not.
Odin is yeah, Odin is huge. His sword should be like very much bigger than every other sword Zoro has, but whatever. Anyway, um, yeah, Odin just really has regular katanas.
yeah.
He also
which
has
is
2 of
easier to
them.
wield.
So if he gets one attack
But
blocked,
that's a learning
you get hit
curve.
with
That
the other
really
He
one.
is
had
that a
two.
learning
Well,
curve.
I would say.
He does.
Well, he had 2 of them. Yeah,
That's
that's true. And also, I think would they say he mastered it before? Don't quote me on this. I can't remember. Like he
Yeah, he
mastered it
did. He
before
got
he
them
was
when he
even
was
10
4
or
years
something like
old.
that.
Right after he killed
So
the bear.
Swordman. Yeah, I know. I know when he got them. I know when he got them, he was 4. But I think I'm just trying to say
Yes.
when he mastered them. I think it was before he was 10, something like that.
Yep.
So
He was a
he only
prodigy.
took him 16.
yeah, bro. so yeah. So swordsmanship. I just think they each on their own class. That's why I put it like that.
Very much so, because they're very different
Yeah, just
swords.
different styles. Um, yo,
Dang, I really should have brought that up in my
so
debate.
let me
Sesshomaru had
CJ,
2
let me tell you
swords.
what the issue that I have. Let me just be real, right?
Okay, be
I
real
was
with me. Come on.
guts. I was guts all the way. But Rico just started just dogging Oden, bro. Like dogging him. Like this man was like, why even Oden was even on the list? And I just didn't like that shit. I was like, hold up, time out. You ain't gonna just come for Oden like that. Like, time out. So it's like that's my issue that I'm having. That's my issue. But I think I'm still giving it guts though. Even with all of that, I think I'm still giving it guts. Cause it's like a sword that weighs 100. Like when
That
he
is
hits
not
100
confirmed,
tons,
man.
I'm
That is
sorry.
not confirmed.
Bro, this man can.
No, I'm sorry.
This man.
100
Listen, hold on.
100
This man.
ton?
Hold on. Let me just say this. This man has squashed and flattened several opponents with that sword.
It doesn't need to be
If it's not
100 tons to
100 tons, then
squash
what are you
somebody,
saying,
man.
bro?
It can be
He
2
squashed
tons and
niggas with
squash
his sword.
somebody. That's a big difference. That's a big difference.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
I've been looking
That's
this
a
whole
big
time. This whole
difference.
time
That's
I've been
what I'm saying.
looking
It could-
for
okay,
feats
okay.
with guts.
Ty,
I don't see
Ty.
anything to support this
All right.
100-ton feat. I don't know where that's coming from.
If you take so if you take the 100 feet, away, I'm giving it to Odin. I'm giving it. I'm only going to give it to Odin because everything you brought up, Odin can do just as well. Literally, just as well.
We have. When have we seen Oden
No,
squash
I'm
somebody
saying
with
if
his
you're saying
sword?
No,
that his
here
sword
it is.
doesn't weigh
I found the
100
exact
tons,
weight. The weight is 388 pounds.
But
yeah, but
where did you get 388 pounds from?
That's how much the sword
We
weighs.
say when he hits someone, they say it weighs nearly 100 tons.
That's when he applies his
Let me see the
force.
weight. So his
Ty, I'm
force
saying
is-
when
is
he applies
100
his
tons.
force to it with the sword's power, it's 100 tons. It's like him applying
Yeah.
superhuman force to it.
That's I'm just saying. So only because of that. But if you take that out, if he swings, it doesn't
Dude,
weigh 100 tons.
That
I'm
just
like,
doesn't
nah, bro.
add up,
Everything you
man.
bringing up,
That just doesn't
Odin
add
Man
up
is
for
got that.
Berserk.
Man is cutting through
We've seen that happen in One
cannonballs
Piece.
easy. He's
Odin
cutting
can do
through
that too.
cannonballs very easy. He's cut through them with
Yeah,
his sword.
We've seen that
We
happen.
have, but I'm talking about he does this
No,
without
they don't need hockey for that. Zoro was doing
what
that
Oden
pre-time
needs,
skip.
which is hockey.
Nah,
He does it without
Okay,
that.
but again, goes back
Yeah,
to the
Zoro.
feat
We didn't see
visibility.
Oden do it. We seen Zoro do it.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's a reasonable assumption to make that Odin could do the same things that Zoro could do pre-time skip.
absolutely.
No,
Hey,
not
I
true.
can
Not true.
only
You can make a
assumption
reasonable
based what
assumption
has been presented.
based on the
No,
fact
not
that
true.
Okay,
Stop. That
presented.
nigga trying to be slick. Stop.
And I ain't doing nothing.
Stop. And as we just talked about how Zoro defeated Mr. One, who cut still, we also just agree that we can agree that Odin was stronger than Zoro when he was fighting Mr. One. So it's like, stop. We're not going there. Stop. And you already know Zoro can cut cannon without hockey.
Here's how I'm about to end this.
Odin can do it
my
too.
thing is, if we put Zoro up against Guts, I guarantee his tune would completely switch. Do you not agree? If this was Zoro versus Guts, do you not think Rico would be on the other side of this?
Agree.
I agree.
You can't even say it with a straight face.
I don't agree with that statement. I'm only fighting my opponents in front of me.
No,
Odin
man.
got smashed, dude.
He's trying not to laugh over there because he knows. He knows. Nah, man.
Odin got
we
smashed.
take away
I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Zoro,
He got smashed. Let's
Odin
just
is
move
above
on, bro.
Zoro if we take away
He
all
got
the
beat.
feats and stuff. In terms of just what we've seen, because Odin was comparable with Kaido, and Zoro. I don't think any of us would argue that Zoro could beat Kaido at this current moment, right? So I would put if Odin is above Zoro, and that's it. I think it's fair to say that Odin is above Guts too, even in Rico's own opinion, which I know he's not going to say, but he has it.
Yeah,
Hold
he
on,
has
sir.
points on you on that
One
one. I ain't
second
gonna
here. I don't think Oden wouldn't beat Kaido regardless.
No, Kaido
Yeah, he
even
could
said
keep up with
himself, "Oh,
Kaido,
I'm
but
glad you
Kaido
didn't
was still
attack
whooping that
us
ass.
when I didn't have my forces, because you would have beat me." So that's your proof right there. Nah,
Hey, that's his
yeah, but
problem.
that's
That's his problem. But when they did meet, he got beat.
Rico, come on now, Rico.
yeah, but it has
Come
nothing to do
on
with sword skills.
now.
He
That's
could
his
have, and he
problem.
would have,
Hey,
given the opportunity.
you
All right, man.
Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
Let's make this ruling, bro. Let's make this ruling. We about to hit an hour. Jamal, go ahead. Who you got?
I'm gonna give
Who
it. I'm
you
gonna give
who
it
you
the
vote for?
guts. I'm only giving the guts because of the fact that the sword when he swing with a fourth, it almost weighed 100 tons. That's that. I'm like, shit. That's crazy. That is
Okay,
fucking
okay.
crazy.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to give it to Odin. I'm not gonna lie. Odin can do very much the same as Guts, except he has a different sword. I really feel like they're comparable. They're very similar. Odin has two swords. Guts has one long one. Guts got the reach advantage. Odin, I would have to give Odin the speed advantage because Guts, even though he could swing the sword fast, I don't think his mobility is as fast without his
Mm-hmm.
armor. Because we did
True.
it without his armor, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the armor is like got magical feats. Okay, so then durability wise, Odin took a white beard quake punch to the face and survived. I ain't gonna lie, that's a lot. That's a lot. I don't know if he hockeyed his face up or not, but he survived. I don't know. That was a lot. Guts took some beating too.
Guts survive in hell. Literally.
Yeah, I understand Guts is surviving the hell, but the hell wasn't really actively trying to like
Mm-hmm.
crush his face in. He just had to get out. It's like a harsh environment. Just different. It's like
He had his arm in a demon's mouth. Cut his arm off just to attack his
I
foe.
understand that.
Like he cut his own arm off.
Yeah, I understand that. But Shanks
I
also
don't know
got his
about
arm
that.
ate off. Like and he was fine. That was before
We're
he
not
was
talking about
listen,
Shanks. We're talking about Oden
listen,
and Guts. We're not talking about Shanks.
Listen. This was a Shanks before he was a Yonko, which means he was weaker than Odin at the time. And he got his arm ate off and he was just fine. I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there. Listen, I'm not saying Odin can't lose an arm because we've seen people in One Piece lose arms to very weak things.
No, we're not saying lose an arm. I'm saying he cut his own arm
I
off.
understand. But that was out of desperation. Like his arm was stuck. If he didn't cut his arm off, he was going to die.
You're out of desperation.
Yeah,
You
like
hear what you're saying,
adrenaline,
right?
like
That's
your
the
adrenaline is
durability.
pumping, so you don't really feel the pain, so you just gotta cut your arm off because that's what you have to do to survive. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't see Odin kill no god, and like you said, he ain't got no dubs under his
Okay, so
belt.
what we're
You guys
gonna
got to
do?
come to a
It's 1-1
consensus. That's what we
now.
talked
I
about
have
last
to go
time.
back.
You got to talk it out till you pick one.
I'm rapping. Yeah, we got to come to a consensus, bro. It's like,
Oh, we gotta talk it out till we pick one.
See,
Dang, that's tough.
all I'll say, not even talk
Because the
about the
only
debate,
okay,
but
so
try to take your
keep in mind,
bias
keep in
out of
mind.
it and just look at the facts.
Okay, even
I'm
looking
looking
at
at
the
the
facts,
facts.
for me, like I said, I want to choose Odin, but I'm not going to ignore when I swing. My force
Rico,
is
send me
almost
that
100
video,
tons.
man. You got to send me that video.
Bro,
Yo,
even
that's
bro,
what I'm saying.
even on impact when he swing his swords,
A
most
normal
people
person, man.
split
Like you
open.
can't take
Just
that and
off the
compare it to
impact.
something from One Piece. My thing is, here's my issue with his.
Okay,
Wait, real quick.
What? But Ty, what you're comparing? You keep saying normal people. They are normal with their swords. That's what we're saying. You're comparing the level of One Piece, but we're taking
I
off
understand
the
that, but I'm
hockey.
saying
We're
no
taking
hockey,
off
no
their
hockey.
devil fruits. So
They're
what are
still
you
able to
saying?
cut
We're
through
talking
steel,
about them
cut through
being normal.
cannonballs, do way more impressive things than Guts cutting through a normal human body. Like that's not nearly as impressive.
That's true.
But wait, real quick.
It's not just human body.
Okay.
Okay. Let me just say this.
That is true.
It's not just human
That's
body.
true.
Hold on. It's not just human body. Can I put this like this? It's as if like Guts, the apostles are the size of Attack on Titan giants. He's cutting through those, bro.
Yeah,
He
and I'm
cut through
saying
those 2
I don't
years.
see why
He went a killing spree,
Oden could
killing
not
them
do the
things
same thing
with his sword. So no, hold on. But he's doing it in seconds,
Yes,
fam.
and I'm
Odin's doing it
still
with his
saying
swords
he could
without
do that.
hockey, without anything, without any special ability. I think Guts is
No
stronger.
way. No way.
Guts is
Look at the
stronger
kind
as a
of
regular
look
human
at the
than
kind of
Oden
weight that
is.
Zoro lifts. Look at the kind of
Yes
weight that
way.
Zoro lifts, and Oden is stronger than him.
You're
There's no way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, Rico, you nah.
Bro, Guts is stronger as a human, bro. He literally has fought for years. Took on 100 people.
Okay, wait. But
Oden
real
had
quick,
to
before we
use
move on too far,
his hockey.
not
my
true.
issue with this 100-ton feat you're talking about,
Nah.
if that one video is the only place where you ever find that feat explained out, why is it credible? If it was an actual
what I'm
thing,
saying.
then you would find it in other places. I don't see that anywhere else. I've gone through like 15 different places.
Because that's the only reason.
Ain't no way you gone through 15 different places.
All I'm saying is because if that's really true, that when he swings his sword is almost of the impact of 100 tons, that's really hard to fight against. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't care. Like one slip up, you done. But if that's really not the case, then it's like nah. Then I think everything you're saying, Oden is just as capable or even better.
I don't think he's capable,
bro. Because listen, what you're saying. You don't think he's capable? Everything that you're saying is like I say, Rico. What child that you know that's 4 years old fighting a bear? But you breaking up what Gus did at 6. Okay, Oden fighting a bear at 4. You're still not. He fight a grown man. Okay, he fought a bear. What's the difference between a grown man and a bear? The only difference is, the grown man can actually he can think more and do more, and the bear side of bear just to throw his weight and scratch you. But even then, he's still at a complete disadvantage.
Because my thing, so here's another thing, because I'm trying to find a way to compare this whole thing. So again, I'm going to scale to Zoro. Remember that time Zoro was lifting up those massive weights, and he threw it in the air and caught it with his feet? That is easily over 5,000 pounds. Those are raw hunks of steel. And he's throwing it and he's curling that like it's his normal bench weight. So if that in and of itself is already that heavy, I don't see why we couldn't also compare that to Oden and thusly Guts.
But Rico, that doesn't support it. That's just a comment.
I'm about to send the part.
He says that because he was swinging around a 400-pound sword at supersonic speed, that is comparable with the force being 80 to 100.
Yeah, but they make an assumption because due to the fact that he can swing his sword that fast. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's not more of
exactly
because
if you look at the effects of his attacks, it is obviously not him swinging around 1,000 tons of force. 100 tons of force. It's obviously not
100 tons.
Yeah,
because 100 tons. If you look up things that's 100 tons, that's like absurd.
I'm looking it up right now too. I'm seeing stuff that's 100 tons. I was curious about that. But I can see why someone made that assumption though, because hey, if a sword weighs almost 400 pounds and you swinging that, of course you might assume that 100 tons, but maybe it could be just 1 ton. I don't think it's 100 tons.
I think that would be a more reasonable assumption.
I don't listen to.
Like I'm
because again, this kind of goes back to what we were
talking
about earlier when we were talking about anime light speed. We're like, obviously, if we're taking in real world physics, there's going to be a different like level of power that we're discussing. But when it comes to anime, there's a certain understandability that there has to be that when they say light speed, it's not how light actually functions in the real world. So when he's swinging around a heavy sword, the results are not going to be if you actually did that in the real world. Two different aspects of reality we're looking at.
Yeah, but even listening,
right, I'm gonna make my
listening
ruling,
to the
bro. I gotta go with Oden, bro. Listen, we're going over on the time, bro. We gotta make this ruling. Listen, we already had 30 minutes extra. We were like
so
bro.
I'm going with Oden too because now I'm listening to the video.
I'm going.
I see
Oden,
why
bro.
Rico will go with that, but he just making an assumption though.
I understand. Yes, exactly. I understand where Rico's coming from, but at the end of the day, I feel like Oden has more going for him in terms of the fight. because I don't know how if I could find somewhere where that's the definitive answer. Guts swings with 100 tons of force. That's different, but till then, I don't know. I can't definitively just give it the. I can't comfortably give it to Guts without knowing that for sure.
All right, then we're going real anonymous. Oden going all the way to the next round.
That was close, man.
Guts, yeah.
Yeah, so we got Oden and we got Yami.
Mm-hmm.
Next time we going against we got me versus Ty with Yamamoto versus Kapachi, wash, and then Rico going against Jamal with Afro Samurai versus
Yeah, we
Kenshin.
should put a timer though for sure, like a 10-minute timer or something.
Next time we're gonna rate it in to make sure we can blitz through the
because
rest of
these
these.
things go on forever.
Yo,
Well,
I gotta be honest with y'all guys. I did not think I was gonna get that heated. Like I was really like, yo, like, like I was like, I'm going to defend Ty all the way. Like, no, like I was like,
You loyal, man. You loyal.
Yeah, I really.
Thank you for all y'all boys for tuning in to Freestyle Anime for our second part of the best anime sword battles. And I hope y'all enjoyed it. I know we had some crazy takes. I still think Lord Sesshomaru had that, but whatever. I got outvoted. It's okay. I forgot to bring up that he has 2 swords and Yami only has 1, but it's okay. But we love to make these podcasts for y'all. Check out the Instagram to see the updated list, see our content, and tune in next time for the next episode.